Here's your full guide to the latest fish update, the lobster update. We're going to go over everything new with this update. This was filmed in the testing server, so obviously a couple of things could change. Starting off with the new inventory revamp. So the UI got a total overhaul. You can see the inventory looks super different now. It's actually much more readable when you're scrolling inside of your inventory when there's a lot of fish. You can see all of the different rarities and things, especially the exotics standing out a lot. I will say I wish the secret stood out a little bit better. Yeah, it's going to take some getting used to, but I think it does look pretty good. So next, I want to quickly go over the shop. So starting off, you can see the new rod skins here. We have the Banana of the Depths, we have Doodle King and Glitch Seeker. Here are the new bobbers as well, which they have custom sound effects for. And you can obviously see the new limited merch button. And if you click on that, it opens up an official merch shop where you can see the different real life items you can buy, like hoodies and shirts, and also a plushie. And it does look like it's going to come with digital rewards as well, which appear to be skins and bobbers and things. So next, we finally have level rods for level 2000 and 2500. We have the Astral Hook rod as well as the Fang of the Eclipse. So these rods actually have quite a bit of passives on them, so we're going to read over them really quickly. For the Fang of the Eclipse rod, first passive being it will grant a 10% chance for the Solar Blaze mutation, and then during a solar eclipse it actually has a different passive, which is a 10% chance for the Umbra mutation. The remaining 90% will be a Solar Blaze mutation. Then it grants a 50% chance to multiply the size by 0.5x and a 50% chance to multiply the size by 1.75x. It also grants a 15% chance to double the caught fish, a 5% chance to triple, and the remaining 80% to give a singular fish. And the Umbra mutation also has its own VFX as well as a X15 mutation. Before the Astral Hook rod, which looks super sick by the way, the first passive is when you are playing the fishing minigame, stars are going to fall from the sky as you reel in the fish every 1.2 to 2.4 seconds. A star falls, adding 15% progress to the bar. The second passive is going to be after catching 15 fish, the pool of water where you last fish becomes enchanted for 45 seconds. It makes the area sparkle with stars, and any player that fishes in the enchanted zone has a 75% chance to catch a fish with the Astral mutation. And it also has a third passive, which is going to be perfect cast followed by perfect catches, will grant a 1 in 10 chance to give the user any non-limited random fish from their existing bestiary. The fish given will be guaranteed to give the Stardust mutation. Also, the Astral mutation has a unique VFX and a 6x multiplier. The Stardust mutation has unique VFX as well as a 7.5x multiplier. Yeah, quite a bit of passives on these new level 2000 and 2500 level rods. A lot of people have been asking and begging for these level rods, and they definitely went all out with it, that's for sure. Now the main purpose of this update, the lobster update that Fish introduced, it's a new way to actually fish instead of just using your rod. So to start us off, if you head over to C1, you can notice a new island called Lobster Shores. So if you go over here and talk to the NPC on the dock, he's going to prompt you with the new utility boats menu so you can actually buy these new boats. So there's actually 4 different types of these, but for some reason only 2 were available right now in the testing server. But here's an image on screen of what the other 2 boats are going to look like. You can also buy these different cages just next to him. There's going to be 4 different tiers that you can buy. Now you're going to find these like lobster areas around the map. You're going to be able to go inside of and then click X on your keyboard to view your utilities, and it's going to allow you to select a cage. You can see some of them say the cage is too big. That's because you need the other tier boats. Using the premium cage, it's going to take 5 minutes once you have 5 traps down. So this is also available in C2 as well. So there's going to be different types here. You can see once the cage is complete, you actually play a different type of mini game. You just have to land the line inside of the white area, and then you will get lobsters like the Western Rock Lobster that I got here. And there's all kinds of different types. And you could see the value of this wasn't too crazy. I don't know if there's like a special lobster that costs a lot or not. I didn't have enough time. But inside of C2, there is also a new island. And if you head over to that, you can also buy nets, which is a separate type of fishing with the lobster event. If you head to the back of your boat, you can switch the utility hook from cage to net. So switching it over to net, you're going to actually be able to catch schools of fish. This is going to be groups of fish rather than just a single fish. You will see these locations spread out the ocean. You can see I have a veinfin tetra school here. So you select the net depending on the tier of boat that you have. Obviously, the higher the net has more luck. And this one is instant rather than having to wait a 5-minute timer. You just play that circle mini game again, and then you can catch a school of fish, which actually looks pretty cool. It's inside of the net. Also, if you head back over to the island in C2, you can actually talk to the NPC just standing on the porch here, and he will give you a Bubbas Net, which is going to be the higher tier rarity. You can see it's the very last net tier that you can actually get for the tier 4 boats. And this is a repeatable thing, so I'm assuming this is the only way to get these nets. Also inside of C1 at the Lobster Island, if you go to the barn here, there's a Chef Larry. You can actually talk to this NPC here. He's going to give you a quest line to find him a certain type of lobster. So I tried getting the lobster to show you what the quest would give. However, it was just super tedious. You can see you have to have the mutation glossy and the weight of 1.1. I don't know if there's some sort of like special way to get this done. That is just super tedious to get both both of those things on a single fish, and a lot of RNG involved. Also, I want to quickly mention that there is some sort of puzzle going on here at the C2 island. You can see all these different pedestals in this like black box. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but if I had to guess, I would assume there are 6 different types of lobsters you had to put on each of these pedestals, and then some secret area is going to open up. Yeah, that is it for this video. If you guys enjoy this update, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Join my Discord linked in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video.